Good morning, everyone. A happy Wednesday. It's January 15th. Lisa Lydia Scott here with you this morning. Of course, we're live on Facebook every weekday morning, but want to remind you it stays on your Facebook feed throughout the day so you can watch it whenever it works best for you. Plus, remember, we make it into a podcast. You can find it at inform.com/podcast. Just look for the Inform Minute.
All right, we're taking any wins we can get right now. We're celebrating today because it's warming up.
I know, temperatures are close to 10 degrees
Yes.
right now, above zero. Yeah. Minot had a temperature change this morning, which is a difference of 24 hours of 50 degrees.
Holy
so they
cow.
were at minus 20 yesterday morning at 6 o'clock, and this morning at 6 o'clock, they were at 30 degrees above.
That's crazy.
It is
A
crazy.
50-degree temperature swing. Fargo's was closer to about 25 degrees at that specific time. Temperatures will continue to rise today. We make it into the 30s this afternoon. I'd say anywhere between about 32 to 36 degrees region-wide later on today. It does come with the wind, so it's one of those days where a lot of people will be like, you know, it'd be really nice out if it wasn't for the wind. Yeah, the wind out of the southwest, it is responsible for pushing in the warmer air, so you can't heat on it too much, but it will be a windy one. Gusting 30 to 35 miles an hour, so pretty feisty. In and out of the clouds, peaks of sun, moments of clouds, making for a beautiful sunrise right now. I am getting tons of sunrise pictures into the weather email, so that's a nice treat to start the day. Wind slowly becomes northwest later on this afternoon, this evening. That keeps our temperatures pretty steady for tomorrow. Thinking anywhere between about 26 to 30 degrees. So just wiggling a couple of degrees. And less wind tomorrow, so that's not too bad. You get a little sunshine, a temp near 30, and that can do a little melting too. So any of those slippery spots should improve. With today's winds, I want you to watch out for a little bit of that minor blowing, drifting snow. Not where it's total whiteout or it becomes a ground blizzard, but where it kind of skirts across the road. And then with mild temperatures, it can melt a little and then stick and refreeze. I want you to watch out for some icy spots. It's impossible to predict exactly where that's going to happen. So just watch out for some of that. If you see the snow moving across the road, I would take off the cruise control, even on interstate, even on highways, and just kind of slow down a little bit, watching out for those icy spots. Okay. Otherwise, pockets of flurries possible on the Minnesota side. Shouldn't accumulate or cause any problems. Outside of course, if it's snowing, then your visibility is slightly reduced.
Sure.
Let's see, what else? Tomorrow, mild, steady temperatures. Friday, it's a little deceiving when you look at your forecast because you'll see 34 degrees. But I don't want you to think after school, after work, 34 degrees. I want you to think waking up, going to school, going to work, 34 degrees, and then going backwards throughout the day. It's one of those days. We'll be down teens near 20 by the afternoon, the evening, and then fall all the way to the single digits by Saturday morning. Steady in the single digits on Saturday. I'm thinking anywhere between about 2 to 4 degrees on Saturday, so cold.
Yeah.
And then even colder as we go into Sunday.
Oh, boy.
Sunday and Monday are bitterly cold. We're talking morning temperatures minus 15 to minus 20, even a little colder up north.
That's
Daytime highs close to minus 10.
Oof.
Ick.
Yeah, like 3 p.m. temperature at minus 10. Ugh.
Yikes.
No. Thing is, though, it's nice that we don't have a ton of deep snow on the ground, because if we had really deep snow, it would be even colder, where you're talking daytime highs minus 15 to minus 20.
goodness.
So I guess there's a positive side
Little
to
positive.
it. Yep, there's at least that.
Find it.
By the end of the 10-day, I have our temperatures back up into the teens and 20s. So
Okay,
it's
you
just
can live
this quick little cold snap, and then below average temperatures do continue, but at least above zero.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And that's one thing about these cold snaps. It adjusts your perspective a little bit.
for sure.
Where you're like, you know what, 10 degrees is not that bad.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, exactly. All right, thanks.
Right now, Fargo police need your help finding a man who they say stole a city truck. They put pictures of him out on social media. You can check them out on their Facebook page. The truck was loaded with tools. Officers say it happened on December 20th, so a few weeks back on North Broadway by the water reclamation facility. The truck was found 3 days later in Dilworth. Police are still looking for a suspect. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. You can also text a tip using the keyword Fargo PD to 847-411.
Surveillance cameras captured an early morning break-in in Fargo. It happened on 23rd Street South, right behind OK Tire on Main Avenue. There's a couple little businesses there. One business had its merchandise stolen. Others lost thousands of dollars from the registers and safes. Police say they don't have any suspects right now, but they know the thief also broke some equipment and vandalized one of the stores, so they're continuing that investigation.
A high-risk sex offender has a new address, and police want you to know about it. Jason Dvorak is registered at 1609 8th Street North is his new location for where he's living. He was convicted of luring a minor by computer and one count of possession of sex abuse material in 2019. The victim was an 8-year-old girl.
A man found guilty of stabbing another man to death in Moorhead will be sentenced next month. 59-year-old Robert Eikenberry was convicted by a jury on second-degree murder charges. He killed Terry Klevgard in Moorhead in April of 2023. Eikenberry faces up to 40 years behind bars, and he'll be sentenced on February 27th.
A Fargo man accused of killing a woman last June is expected to change his plea. We know a change of plea hearing has now been scheduled for January 27th for Randall Duffy. He's charged with the murder of Jody Campbell, who was his ex-girlfriend. Duffy is facing life in prison.
Today, President Joe Biden will deliver his farewell address. He's going to speak to the nation at 7 o'clock tonight from the Oval Office. That speech comes 5 days before Donald Trump is set to be sworn in for his second term as president. You can watch the speech, I should say, live tonight on WDAY, so tune in for that.
Today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo, after 6 years and 3 national titles, former Bison linebacker Luke Wirtz joins the show. He'll be in studio, actually, chatting about how he had to miss his final game and how serious his back injury is. Plus, the NCAA is discussing shortening the time that players have to transfer. So Dom will ask the question, could it help our FCS schools? Hot Mic is on from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra.
Don't forget, for just 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, get an all-access pass to our website, inform.com. Just go to inform.com/subscribe to get the deal.
And join us for our next newscast coming up at 11 this morning. And then we have you covered starting this afternoon at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10.
Have a great day, everyone.